east side. So you can see those houses there on the left. Some morning bicycle riders. This massive house in front. Every now and then you run into those villas. You can see that skeleton of a structure right there that just went up a few months ago. Yeah, car parked. You see those trash piles on the side of the road there. Make it easier for the trash people. But there's a little restaurant on the right. You can see this giant construction site here. All that green. Oh, and you see that graffiti? It says, "Do not dump trash there." Of course, there's trash there. I don't know how cars fit on these little roads. It's really annoying when you find two cars on these roads, because it's just funny. People are like barely scraping each other's mirrors as they pass. That's the best part about being on a motorcycle. You can easily pass those cars. I know the camera's a little shaky. Whoa. Weaving. See all that barbed wire? Looks like a jail. People are really worried about robbery. There are thieves, but not, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. Hey, you can take a look at like tuk-tuks. You know, that little, see that tuk-tuk with, it's like a carriage on the back of the motorcycle. That's how people can get rides around the city for like, you know, $2 or $3. See the bus, motorcycles. Nice view of modes of transportation here. This guy on the left is carrying like rice or something. Big sacks of veggies or rice. Oh, this is a total station. This is a gas station. You can see about 3,000 real, which is about 75 cents per liter. So when it comes to gallons, about like, I don't know, 250 is a rough estimation of what it is per gallon. All the stores on the right and left side of this road are closed right now because it's too early in the morning. You can see this road is really nice. It just recently got resurfaced. There was so many potholes in this road, and usually these roads don't get resurfaced unless it's an election year. My friends were telling me. So election year was last year, so the government's really stepping it up. They resurfaced this whole road in like 2 nights, and it was great. They did it at night, so just to save on traffic holdup. It's that tuk-tuk I just passed. Oh, you see this right here on the right? This is a wedding. So you can see that tent. This is what they do. They just set up a wedding tent in the middle of the road. The road becomes half the size, and traffic just adapts. You see a little AC unit there on the right. Got music. They're setting up for the band. That teal thing is a power generator. Yeah, that's how you do a wedding here in the city. Oh, look at all the people going to the wedding there on the right. You can see the ladies in their very fancy dresses, men in their collared shirts. A little shaky when I speed up on that camera. Whoa, bicycle rider. We got a runner here running through the streets. And that's the Tele station, another gas station there in the front, similar gas prices. This is one of the bigger roads. So the biggest roads in the city are about this size. So still pretty small. If you imagine, you can fit like 2 cars wide and then a few motorcycles. You can see this road is just now being resurfaced there on the right. You can see the difference. It's nice, like they've been resurfacing with a really thick layer of asphalt. Motorcycles jetting out. It's all normal. It's all so normal. didn't even realize sometimes how crazy people jet out and drive. There's a little food stand turning left across traffic, but that's just normal. And I didn't realize until I came back from the States. That's why I wanted to film this, because I was like, yeah, it is really a very different commute to work. I like being on a motorcycle. That's really nice. Fresh air in the morning. Well, as fresh as it gets in the city. Everyone waiting at the traffic light. It's kind of a nice vibe though with on the motorcycle. I feel like it's easier to like make eye contact with people. You have a little bit less of like, when a car cuts you off, or you cut someone else off in a car. It's like you don't make eye contact with people. There's a little less of that because you're on a motorcycle, so you're a little more likely to yield to people. Got this guy riding in a little fruit truck here. Oh, people using the sidewalk there on the right side. That's what the sidewalk is used for on these big main roads, is just to like cut through traffic. Yeah, this guy's probably delivering fruit somewhere. He's just riding there on the back. It's not a tuk-tuk, it's just kind of like a little cart thing. You can see some pretty nice big buildings there on the right, and some skyscrapers there in the, I don't know, in the distance. You can also see those cranes attached to the skyscrapers, which means it's a new skyscraper. It's not finished yet, so they're still constructing it. So you see this one closest to us, and then you see one even farther out there. It just comes to show you how much building is going on. No stop sign at this intersection, no light, so it's just kind of chaos. But people make it work. Let's see if I can catch this light. Oh. Don't worry, just turn left. You can see everyone just running that red light, because they know it's going to turn green, but it's still... I love it in the mornings. Sometimes you get these free stretches of road. I just love speeding down, and you don't get to do that much in the city. Fresh air, and see that barrier in the middle. That's why they put the barrier, so people can't cut into your lane. If that barrier wasn't there, there would be so many people cutting over into your lane or cutting across traffic. So it's kind of like your safety barrier. You can actually go fast on those roads. We have a police officer here on the right. He's sitting there by his motorcycle. Yeah, right there. I don't know if he's eating something. I guess some people run the red light. No big deal. Just average day in Cambodia. It's just so weird to me. And usually a police officer would, chase you down, or police officers don't usually chase you down. It's really weird. I don't understand it fully. But you see more people just run the red light, which to me, I got frustrated. I was like, why are there so many people running the red lights? Then I had to realize, well, because the police officers don't catch them. Well, no, it's actually because these lights are timed. They're not like sensor driven. So in the States, we have those sensor driven lights that are helping the flow of traffic. If there's no people going a certain way, then the light's not going to be green for as long. And here it's just on a literal timer. So by running that red light, if there's no one in the intersection, then you're actually helping the flow of traffic, oddly enough. The only problem is people run that red light even though there are people in the intersection. But oddly enough, there is not as many crashes as I would think. Oh, another building there on the left. There's clear roads in the morning. You can see people talking on the right side here. I really like seeing that in the morning. Lots of casual talk going on. Guy crossing the street. There's not many crosswalks in Cambodia. Oh, construction workers there on the right. I don't know if you saw them. A lot of those groups in the morning, they work long hours, and they're building Phnom Penh. They're building these skyscrapers. But you see coconuts for sale back there too. Nice car pulling out, blocking the road. I'm not gonna cut in front of him. See that tuk-tuk right here in front, just chatting with his neighbor. It's nice. I like that. Tuk-tuk's parked there on the right, waiting for people passing by to maybe give someone a ride to work. You can see if people park on either sides of these roads and there's a car coming at you, like, what do? And somehow they maneuver and make it work. It's like magic. I do not understand. I really don't like driving a car in the city. Motorcycle is definitely the way to go. So look at this is a intersection you just have to cross. And it's like, no marks, you just kind of go for it. This alleyway is, I think they'd be scary at night, but it's really not too bad. I don't know, I've gone down some of them at night, it's not a big deal. Sometimes even cars could drive down these alleys. I do not understand how or why. You can imagine what happens if two cars going in the opposite way drive down those alleys. Oh, so this is a great shot. That tuk-tuk on the right there, that yellow one, I don't know if you saw those two. Those are the newer ones. And those run on LPG or natural gas. So that's really cool. And tuk-tuk originally got its name from that old-fashioned tuk-tuk with the carriage. Oh, here we are at the parking lot. Tuk-tuk originally got its name from the tuk-tuk sound that the engine makes. So I guess it's a Thai word. Anyway, that's my drive to work. Hope you enjoyed. Nothing like the actual drive, if you were actually there on the back of my motorcycle, but hopefully you enjoyed. If you liked it, then hit the like button and comment down below what was your favorite thing that you saw. And if you like this video, I can do more in the future. I can drive around some of the other side streets, some of the countryside, if you want to see that. Anyway, catch you next time.